Blue Tigers Fitted Network. And we trying to take over the world. We trying to create our own Wakanda.
Blue Tigers Fitted, BlueTigersFitted.com. Internet's what it do. Back at it another week. It's your man BTF Teek. Scumbag Sherm.
What up, though?
In the building. What up, though, family?
Man.
How you living, man?
I love it.
Another week without Tom Diego.
Man, he out here. You know he be living
Living his best life.
all the time.
Best life.
I ain't mad at him, though, man.
I see
I
a
don't
nigga in
think
a drop top Camaro with a fucking beater on.
Oh, see? Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to regular ass time.
Shout out to fat niggas in the beater.
Hey,
You know what I'm saying?
that's the definition of
It's not
living
even
your best
muscular,
life.
though. Like the nigga just.
You look doughy, right?
Yeah, doughy.
Yeah. Shout out to him. I'm going to let him live.
Yeah, let him live, bro.
You can call him
you
that.
know, he got the clouds and shit going. You know what I'm saying? The cacti in the back and shit. You know what I'm saying? It's cacti if it's singular. It's cactus if it's plural, right?
I think it's cacti when it's multiples.
Is it?
Yeah.
All right. Well, you know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Freshly got you. Fresh got you.
DPS, man. DPS.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Shout out to him.
Shout out to him. Last week, man, great show.
Excellent show.
It was touching.
Shout out to Super MC.
Super MC. Shout out to Native Child Brown.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Kelly and Kent.
Power couple, right? Black
Power
excellence.
couple.
Yeah.
Black excellence. But what's funny, like I said, man, Kelly and Kent, you know, sound like two white people. You meet them and they're straight niggas.
That's for sure, black people.
You're like, oh, you guys bamboozled me.
Yeah,
this isn't what the fuck you said it was.
Hey, you gotta have that name that sneak up on them, bro.
That's it, Kelly and Kent. KK.
It works. It works for some. You know, you gotta have one of them sneak up on you names. You walk in a room, they be like, oh damn, I wasn't expecting this.
Nigga looks nothing like a Kent. Thank you guys. Good night. Hey, listen, Internet, y'all. I want to know if y'all listening, man. Shout out to the homie LV, our network partner on the Blue Tigers Fitted Network. Your boy LV with the different coffee roast, man. So if you guys know people that are into coffee, that are into authentic blends and brews, Granny's Table Roast, or Granny's Roast rather. You got Sunday's Table Blend, and then you got the new dark roast that just became available, man, which is insane. LV in the hood, man, slinging coffee from Flint Town to D-Town.
He's doing big things, man. Shout out to LV.
Doing big things, man, and we appreciate him, man. You know, each and every week. Check out the Daily Brew podcast, man. I know this past week he's had a 7-day competition challenge, because I guess it was the coffee or the what was it, the Daily Brew of the Year. He's gonna kill me. He's gonna kill me for doing it.
I forget. I know it just ended.
It just ended,
So-
but him and Sean Hart, shout out to Sean Hart. These cats were literally on at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time every morning, talking about coffee, talking about conversation, man, and the people. So doing positive things, man. But talking about people doing positive things, sure, you know what I'm saying? This is long overdue because summer is gone. Is it officially gone now?
Oh, absolutely.
So I'm a fall. It's fall. And I'm that nigga with the long sleeve and the fucking cargo shorts on
you
still.
are.
All
You
right.
are, yeah.
Shit gets hot, bro. It still gets hot to me around here.
Nah, it does. You know, Michigan, it's whatever, whenever.
Just nasty, right?
However, whenever.
This interview is long overdue.
Absolutely.
And here's why the interview is long overdue, okay? This is why I rock with people in my city, okay? Beyond, you know, we talk about the light skin, dark skin shit all the time. Now, maybe it's because I'm a light skinned nigga. I'm just a cool guy. More approachable man than you are, Scumbag Sherm.
You think so?
I believe so.
All right, we'll
I
debate
think the
on
scruffy beard and then my goatee, it might win it over.
that. We'll talk about that.
We'll talk about that later, right?
Yeah.
So the thing I love about my city is I can meet complete strangers, right? Like I can meet people, man, that you just catch the vibe, you catch the vibrations from. You know what I'm saying? And everybody knows everybody and connected. And it was the 7 degrees separation type shit. You know, everybody like the 6th person away from who you want to become and all these
Especially in
things.
Detroit, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Especially Detroit, right? So I know I'm a special kind of nigga. Not when I only get invited out to an event, but to an event with alcohol. And I'm not talking about well alcohol. I'm not talking about the shit that's like Mohawk, some 5 o'clock, some nasty ass E&J, some Irk and Jerk. I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about come on out to my event and I've spent all of $12 to get you, you know, your fluids, right?
Right.
I'm talking about some top shelf shit where, you know, someone comes through and says, yo, come vibe out with us. Be a judge. You're a cool dude. Let's rock out. And it's on the house. It's not here on the house. Whose house? Are we talking Run's house on the house, like big ass house? Or are we talking about like Bebe's kids' house?
No, we're not. Neither of those things.
Neither of those things. But it's a special interview, Internet, and I want to clap it up. And we're going to get into this gentleman's name, man, because this shit is so catchy. And I want to know how long it took the nigga to get this shit to flow, just like this. We got Joel Fluent Green in the building. Clap it up for Joel Fluent Green.
What up?
What's up, partner?
What's happening?
How you doing, man?
Me and my homie Dino Roof say hello. My daughter named him Dino Roof. You guys can't see what's going on unless you can, but yeah. We have
there might be
they're in my
pictures.
crib right now, so
Okay.
they came and did the podcast at my spot, and I'm
it's
doing
crazy.
good, man.
We're doing good, man.
we're
Downtown
chilling,
Detroit,
yeah.
authentic, new Detroit/New Detroit. We're at.
Yeah, right. This is a whole new vibe down here right now.
Technically, you got what is it? Midtown? You say
No, it's
If you-
allegedly
if you-
somewhere downtown.
somewhere down.
Yeah.
This is
somewhere
Midtown if you want to be like correct.
Yeah.
But I have fond memories of Cass Corridor.
Yeah, so man, it's great, man. Joel, I want to thank you for inviting us, man, into your home,
My brother.
into your kingdom. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a personal thing going on right now, and it's dope, man, because I feel I have fond memories. I work in the city, and I'm down here in the city and grew up in Detroit, man. Shout out to old Harper Hospital. You know what I'm saying? Not new Harper.
Wow.
Old Harper.
Old Harper, yeah.
Yeah.
No,
You
I
didn't
ain't
know
mad.
that, did you?
I ain't mad. I was born at Hutzel, so
Hutzel, nice.
Yeah.
Okay, dope,
surreal,
man.
man.
That's a real Detroit hospital right there. Hutzel, Sinai. I was born at Sinai, you know what I'm saying? Sinai is real. Yeah, those are like real spots. Like, you from Detroit? I was born at Sinai. Here's my birth certificate, fool.
right, yeah.
Do I have to prove this?
I ain't gotta-
You go to Herman Kiefer right now. I can prove
Right now. Done.
Shout out to
Shout out to
Herman
Herman
Shout-
Kiefer. That's
it's-
funny because
just Herman-
Kelly mentioned Herman Kiefer last week. When she explained for the internets that don't know what that is.
Oh,
she
man.
said she didn't have sex for 4 years because she worked down at Herman Kiefer, man.
Oh,
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you can.
yeah. You don't want to work at Herman Kiefer.
Yeah, I said-
They should have had robots working there with no feelings and no sexual.
Yeah, nothing.
You
Nothing.
have chlamydia. Go.
Right. No feeling, right.
Yeah, but go ahead.
So you're authentic Detroit for sure, man. So
Yeah.
what's the word? What's happening in Joel Fluent Green?
Yeah, who tell the internets, man. Listen, we got people listening in, man, from Vegas, from Philly. Shout out to Brandon Roberts.
Wow,
Shout out
okay.
to David. We got people
I
all
love
the way in
Philly.
the Netherlands
Nice.
and in Tokyo listening right now,
Word,
man.
what's
and other
up?
places. If we didn't big up your internet, you got to hit me
Konnichiwa,
up again, man.
Tokuyoski, for
Konnichiwa,
sure.
bitches. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
You got to hit us up, man. But tell the internets who Joel Fluent Green is.
So Joel Fluent Green is a poet, author, event producer, just a dude from Detroit, West Side, born and raised.
West Side?
Yeah. Spent some time at Oak Park in the burbs. What to keep it real.
Yarmulkes with a broom.
right. Hey, went to high school at Royce. People like that. Same grade, same everything. And just kept. I'm a poet, and that's what I do. So I my main motivations are the city. Just being a black man living,
Yes.
just experiencing life, a little hippy dippy shit thrown in there,
Yeah,
you know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Just me being myself. And, man, just soaking up experiences and writing about them is like that's my thing.
And
So,
and that's
yeah.
the thing, internets that drew me back. You know what I'm saying? So everybody, we talked about earlier, everybody knows everybody, and everybody's somebody. There's somebody next to somebody, right? So
especially in this mode.
when I met
Yeah.
Joel, man, it literally, man, the vibe, man, from this brother, man, is such a positive energy from
Thanks,
this
bro.
brother, man. Like, you could be having a shitty ass day. I get around Joel, I'm like, you know what? This guy is like uplifted. I'm gonna hear what the brother has to say.
That's
The
what's
brother
up, man.
looks like he's got something to say, and he's gonna say something to probably fuck me all the way up.
Listen, I'll tell you this much: she's got that rare name that goes anywhere. They can walk any room. Oh, that's a Joel. Bring him in.
Yeah, I
Well,
hear
Joel, I know, right? Hey, they think I'm a Jewish baker like all the time. I get that type of street cred out here.
Hey,
Like Joel,
him in.
Joel Green bomb or just Green? Bring him in. Regardless, bring him
he's legit. Bring him in.
He's
I don't-
legit,
I don't know
yeah.
too many niggas named Joel. Come on.
Now I know we met through a mutual friend, BTF squad here, but we got to experience your half stack.
Half stack poetry
Yeah,
slam.
yeah.
And last week for the internet that's not tuned in, poetry slams for me personally. If the internets remember, Love Jones, the Lorenz Tate, Nia Long movie from back in the day.
Yeah.
I know that's where I personally got introduced way back in the day when I went to see that shit in theaters, Sherm, back in the day. And
It's like a 9th grade date right there. Boy.
ninth grade
Man,
date.
come
He was
on.
trying.
Right, listen, right
That's
after
a
Love
date.
Jones, I took the chick to a Maxwell concert.
Oh, you did that?
My mama dropped us off.
That's what light
You
skin.
right?
You
Hey,
see how hard light skin got?
that is the hardest '90s light skin day ever.
Do you know how many grasses I had to cut and how many decks? Like I had the big 6-foot holes for and shit in the ground to actually save up for a date. But I got exposed to that. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, all right, this is some cool shit. I was
Yeah.
a kid. I'm like, yo, when I grow up, I'm gonna have friends like this because in the movie, if you've never seen the internet, it's Love Jones. You gotta check it out.
Yeah.
In the movie, it just seemed like everybody was just so cool. And everybody was hanging and they did their own things and everybody had this very eclectic type style. And Nia Long worked in the record store and Lorenz Tate was a nigga
Yeah.
that was, trying to hustle and finesse his way, the black man that's making the moves, and I'm like, damn, this nigga's just smooth. You know what I'm saying? He had corny ass Bill Bellamy in the movie.
Oh, man.
Trying to get on. Like we all had sucker ass niggas like him,
Yeah.
friends or acquaintances around just like that. And the poetry aspect of it caught me later on. I was like, damn, this is dope.
Yeah.
Right. And for me, it opened up right around that time with spoken word and everything. Saul Williams came on the scene, Lyricist Lounge. I was exposed to Saul through Lyricist Lounge.
Shout out to Lyricist Lounge.
And then they even had a movie back in the day named Slam with Saul Williams.
Yeah, that was a great one too.
Great
by the
movie.
way.
And my girl, I can't remember his name, Joel, in the movie, but old girl played in The Wire as the cop,
Stacey Ann Chin.
Stacy.
nice.
And she played in The Shy.
Let's go.
In The
Come
Shy.
on, man.
Right?
Okay,
So
right.
she's been in there. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And that was my experience with it.
Yeah.
And fast forwarding internets until now, 2018, man, Joe's poetry stack, that shit took me like back in a time capsule.
Which makes me wonder, like, for a time, it was on the forefront. Then for cats like me and probably him and
Yeah.
probably a few more, we probably wasn't paying attention. Is that where you came in and got your shine? That's where your roles came in. And
Yeah, how did you get in? How did you get into slam
reclaim the
poetry?
streets?
Well, see, I'm not really into slam poetry. As a promoter, I throw slams. But I got in, so I'm 41 years old. You guys
41
are,
years young.
right? So 41 years young for sure. Hey, I'm out here having a great time at this age right now. I'm having the most fun at 41 right now, so I have no complaints. But I'm 41,
Yeah.
and so keep in mind. So when Love Jones came out, you guys were a little younger, and experiencing life in a different way. So I was doing poetry already. When I was 19, I was doing a spot called Cafe Mahogany, which used to be downtown. This is the spot Dwelle, Dilla's, the T3, Slum Village, by 10, my brothers. Eminem was recording upstairs. Royce, like I'm talking about legendary Detroit figures used to come through. People when they came from out of town to do shows in Detroit, the Erykah Badu's, the Commons, the Roots. I remember hosting a freestyle session with Black Thought on one side and Common on the other side, and I'm passing the mic back and forth, and they freestyling, bro. This actually happened. I'm the guy in the middle. It's your turn, Black Thought.
Yeah.
Oh, here you go, Common. And I'm like, I'm fanning out because I've been in all the concerts. I was at Drew's.
Pfeiffer shit, like Future, like
right.
oh,
That was the vibe. That was the vibe. And so from that, and I was rapping. I wanted to be one of them guys. I wasn't thinking about poetry like that so much, but I knew that I liked being on stage and I liked performing and I liked acting and shit like that.
Yeah.
So it all kind of came together with poetry. But I'm a performance poet, but I'm not a slam poet.
So what's the difference?
Well, because slams are competing. A slam is a competition.
Right.
Okay.
It's not like people say slam poetry and they want to stick a style to it, and it may seem like it has a style to it, but really a slam technically is just if you're into a slam, you're competing with poetry.
Yes.
Whereas opposed to if you're just a performance poet or just a person on page, a page poet, as we call it.
Yeah.
You stick to that whole device. But
so while I'm a sidebar this shit real
sure.
quick because as we're talking and I'm thinking of like all kind of shit I've seen as growing up. Remember Tupac's Gridlock? Where him and Tim Roth, where they try.
yeah, they were like drug addicts or dealers.
Shit.
Yeah.
The chick and his crew, who I can't remember her name. she was doing some poetry shit at the end. Because remember, Pac was like on the fucking.
I
bass.
gotta watch that again. 'Cause I remember a commercial. He was like, something.
Life is too short. I'm still trying. Hoping
I'm
I'll
trying
get
to-
caught. Loves me back.
Right.
The niggas
I
like,
thought Pac was kind of fresh for that. I was like, well, that's a different Pac.
that's a different Pac. And old girl, I can't remember. Old girl was singing like, land of the free, home of the enslaved. Like she's getting her whole shit on. And I'm like,
Home of the
damn,
enslaved.
home of the enslaved. Like I'm like, here we are again.
I remember
we
that.
meet
Yeah,
again.
yeah,
We
yeah.
meet again, poetry
Poetry.
and gridlock.
Man, you go. You,
Oh, we got Scheherazade Washington Parrish in the building. A poet in her own right.
Greetings.
doing?
It's my neighbor.
We need a couch.
Neighbor of a million fucking buttons.
Please.
How many buttons you got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Couch because we have female presence
Yeah,
in the building.
come on. You
You
wanna
hurt
sit
my neck to
down?
look this way. So if you look
That's
this
just
way, that's perfect.
incense dust. You can sit on that. It's just Nag Champa dust. You can sit. Feel free to sit on it. What's going
Do you
on?
know who I was referring to in Gridlock? You know?
I know. I never saw the movie, bro.
That's terrible.
But
You remember old girl's name? She's an actress in some other things too. I can't remember. It's not Zoe. You know how Zoe something.
Donna.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
and it's another one that looks just like her. It's another young lady that looks just like her or similar to her.
But she was an older
No,
actress.
Paula
She was back in the day,
Patton.
though. Paula Patton. What has she done of quality ever?
Never.
Saying.
Not never.
He said looks.
No. You know what I'm talking about. She was Yes. See,
I love
my
her.
audience is like, Tico, it's this, you
Tandy
idiot.
Newton.
Yes.
yeah, she's
Okay.
dope.
So I can't remember which one was it, but they were on Gridlock, and that's how I remember. That's exactly how I remember it.
Word up.
Don't know where Joel that went or why it went there.
You know what?
But
We went to
it's-
Gridlock.
Yeah,
Gridlock.
it's there. And
Yeah,
that's-
man.
And it just got worse for Tupac after that because it
Yeah.
was what was the next one with Jim Belushi? It was terrible. Where he was a cop. They were both cops. Remember that?
Gang related.
Gang related. Another terrible Tupac movie.
Oh, he was in that for real?
Yes, he was, and he wore a fedora. That
He was on his way to being our generation's, or I don't know, somebody that does that type
at
of stuff.
25 years old.
Right.
Did it all.
So we got another voice on the mic. You say?
That is correct.
Yeah, she just housed my freaking interview. Wait a minute. Now. What is this? Wait, no, she had to earn her interviews. Wait a minute. Next time when she has a hello, I'm gonna call the gentry board, the gentrification board right now. No,
This
she's
is how-
cool.
this is how real
this
friends
is
do.
this is my homegirl. Let me introduce her. This is my homegirl. She's my friend. She's my neighbor. She's a cool person. She's an awesome writer, and she lives up the street, a block over. So she came to come kick with your folks. Her name is Scheherazade Washington Parrish, and she's in the building.
Oh, hey.
Hey.
How are you? She's like, I did not come over and expect like to have a mic and be on the show. And
Right.
we did tell you there was two light skinned brothers here though.
I told her
One of two.
She rushed down here as I told her there were two light
You ever see
skinned
like
men
the
down
color?
here.
You ever see like the color scale? You know how like you can get light to darker.
Oh yeah, that too. Can we pass her a beer?
Oh,
Is there other
absolutely.
beers?
That's nothing. It's some BTF juice, by the way, Joel. That's what it is.
BTF juice.
Yeah, Blue Tigers fitted juice.
Yeah, let's pass her a Corona for the lady.
That is
Blue
we don't
Tigers
get
Fitted.
sponsored.
Oh,
So it's not
money.
what you think it is. It's BTF juice.
I
Yeah.
don't know what it is.
No, yeah. It's juice. That's what it
It's
is.
juice.
That's all. That's all that is. That's it.
It's a wild interview, man.
That's a wild interview.
I love it. Salute. Yeah, salute everybody. Where's my beer?
Right.
So our
Clinking of
audience
glasses.
is like tripping because we've been on this vibe, right? We've had Native Child Brown and we've had Super MC on last week, and they've been like, Tico, what have you guys have gone from a blast to the past. Like, we talk hip hop, but to me, it all encompasses in one, like writing and
Right, yeah.
poetry
Artistry.
and
True
artistry.
artistry.
It all comes together at some point.
Yeah.
And this is why exactly, man, to Joel's point, while we were there, that shit was just, I felt like I was in the motherfucking time capsule, man. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Now, is
That's
that the
dope, bro.
vibe when you do, because you do these, you say you promote them often. So is that the
Yeah.
vibe every time, all the time?
Man, I like to keep things friendly, fun. That slam is a slam vibe, but
Yeah.
my shows I like to think have a particular vibe that come with them.
Sure.
Which
Hey,
is
when
just
you
a
say-
loose, chill, fun. I take poetry very seriously,
Right.
But at the same time, I take being black in Detroit even more seriously than that,
Yeah.
and supplying things for my people. You know what I'm saying? It's not
Yeah,
just
yeah,
black
yeah.
folks, but it's just everybody. But I think intentionally about like, oh, I'm from the West Side. I liked cool stuff. Somebody had to throw the hip hop shop. Proof and them were doing the hip hop shop, and Five Ella, you know, House Shoes, and then we're down in St. Andrews. You know what I'm saying? Jessica was doing Poor and Me, well, she wasn't doing it, but she was performing. People did stuff down there. So and Zaina was, you know, from Spectacles. That was her thing. So people supplied these spots. Zaina was the one that gave me the opportunity at Mahogany. Wow. She was the one that was promoting the show, and she hired me to host my first. Yeah, and I kept it going from there. Even after she stopped promoting it, I kept on as host. So she brought me in. So people supplied these things. Sure. So it's like, okay, I look at that as being the ultimate goal, supplying these cool experiences for Detroiters that seek these things out. It's got to be authentic. It got to be real. It can't be some corny stuff.
So that's the thing. I want to go back, like household, moms, pops, in the household growing up.
Yeah.
Like together.
Pops, my pops is a jazz musician. And man, he's heavy. Like he used to tour with the Spinners and the Four Tops and stuff back in the day. Yeah. And then he as a tour musician, my mom worked in a pharmacy forever. Worked at Providence Hospital.
Nice. You said West Side, huh?
West Side, man.
Okay.
West Side and Oak Park. So that whole 8 Mile Greenfield area, I kind of stayed around. Shout out to that whole area.
Shout out to that whole area.
You know, both sides of 8 Mile, whatever it is. We all congregated and dated each other back in the day.
Township part, you're like,
well, township get a little sketchy.
Red dirt.
But then again, that's when you're feeling edgy. I'm gonna go to township and meet my little township girlfriend real quick, or buy some weed in township, whatever it may be. You know,
for the internet, don't go to township.
Yeah, don't go to township. If you come to Detroit, don't let anybody bamboozle you.
Nah, that's real. Yeah, man. You've been doing your thing. Is it? So you say you're an artist.
Yeah.
Se. What's that all that encompass?
Man, I look at myself as being a creative in general. I mean, look, visual art. When I was a kid, me and my brothers, my cousin, we all are artists. Like in my family, we all have visual art skills of some degree, which is really weird. So like even him, who's in the building right now, my cousin Ant. Shout out to Anthony Journey.
Ant, man.
Yeah, that's my cuz, man. We just that's what we do. And so that acting when I was younger, I was into that. You know what I'm saying? Like in elementary school. Then in the hip hop, when I discovered hip hop, it was a rap, bro. It's like, this is all I want to do is rap.
So when it's hip hop, who did you look up to the most?
Come on, bro.
What were some of the names, man?
The Rakims, the De Las, the Tribes, the P Rock and CL Smooths. Like I'm a purist and but I'm a hip hop fan to the point where I love stuff now. Isaiah Rashad. You know, I love artistry. I love bars. Yes. So I'm not an old cat that's like stuck on. Like I'm a fan of the discipline.
Yeah, you
know what I'm saying?
Freshly made music. You know, Scumbag Sherm. You got to put these niggas on here as well because I feel like they're still stuck in '96 in the Wu era.
No,
like you see how they dress.
The best bars are right.
They dress
right.
I said, man, you got to come out. It's 2018, man. You got to get a shirt that's a little fitted, man. You know what I mean?
Why not?
It's not skinny. It's fitted.
It's fitted.
You know, we don't have to wear the baggy ass.
But at the same time, that's okay.
You know, listen,
you can ride your own wave in 2018.
Ride your own wave.
These are the kind of niggas that wear the Shaq limb suits. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get them Jordan limbs.
Steve Harvey.
Shaq, Jordan. You know what I'm saying? There's a difference. You know what I mean?
Now, see, the moment we met, Joe struck me as the type of guy that rode his own wave. You know,
always.
Haters.
I've always rode my own way, bro. Always. I take so much pride in that. I don't know what to do with myself.
Yeah, because
even to a
lot
fault.
of people have mentioned your name like, oh, you fucking with Joe. I'm like, oh yeah, fuck it, yeah, sure, why not? You know,
why not?
I mean, and I know you've written a book. Have you done many books? I know
four books.
You've done 4 books.
Yeah, 4 books. Yeah.
Why, y'all like
all of them local hood productions, but I'm about to get it out there like that.
Yeah, you gotta get out to the
internet. Got to, man. That's what you learn after doing 4 books. You do these things. And you put your heart into them, and you want to get your stuff out there in a smarter way. So every book you're learning. 4 books.
And then I want to get to the new stuff because I'm backing it up on you guys here. You know, BTF Sherm.
Us guys
over here, yeah.
Okay.
Because you heard Joel, man. He's not against this. You know, so much shit today. You know, shout out to Super MC, man. We had a Drake debate, right? Because I'm the light skinned motherfucker in the crew. So he's like, "Hey, yo, Teek, I bet you like Drake, don't you?" And I was like,
that to you?
Just like that. So I'm like, I know how this is gonna go because I say this with my guys every week. We go through this in the group chat every fucking week, right? And you know, kids from Toronto, man. You know what I'm saying? He has a Jewish mother, and he has a fucking dad is black from Memphis. That's what it is. His upbringing was in Toronto. Can't help where the fuck he was brought up at, nor his skin complexion. So with that being said, artistry in its purest form, you have to respect it, and then the conversations go deep into, oh, well, he doesn't write his own rhymes. His people write his own rhymes. And there's a ghostwriter and there's this. And if all of us sat in a room together and we're throwing greatest lines at you and Joe's the greatest guy and Fresh is the greatest guy, you become this super Negro. Okay, you can look at it that way, but you can also look at it as a way of building as well, because I gave to Soup, I said, look, same could be said about Kevin Hart, if this is what we're talking about. He's got a team of people that are his boys, where they sit around, however they, brainstorm and do their thing. Kevin might throw out a joke, but then somebody else might say, oh, you should say it like this, or maybe add this, it'll be funnier. Oh, shit, that's that. And then here you go. You have this great product, right? You have a producer who's 40. You have this crew, this OVO crick, which is actually kind of weird because if people didn't know, fun fact, all of Drake's crew, okay, all the OVO guys, OVO stands for October's Very Own, okay? Right. Drake's born in October. And it just so happens that all the motherfuckers in his crew is born in October as well. Hence the whole OVO thing.
Well, Drake, one of these guys to be posted about Mercury retrograde on Facebook. Hey, everybody, Mercury retrograde. Watch out. Stay off your phone. Don't make any business deals this month. Like, shut up, Drake.
It's done. Yeah. But the people say go. Like, he's got that kind of influence. And if you take it back, think about how Jay had it, right? Jay-Z, street dude, right? Brought out Reasonable Doubt the first time. Right. Yeah. Motherfucking streets, it didn't sell. No one was fucking with it. He had to re-release the album. Cats were hearing it. And guess what? From there, Jay-Z went into clothing, right? He went into alcohol. He stopped drinking Chris, went to Ace of Spades. Chris Style was like, fuck you. We don't need black folks to sell our product. We out of here.
He became his own brand.
And if Jay-Z said, run and do this, go. Run and do that, go. Everybody was like, oh, shit, I'm wearing button-downs now. Shit, I'm wearing S. Carter's denims jeans. And they did it. That overall influence, man, in hip hop. And it's just funny because we had the debate and running it back to the new cats, the Tekashi 69s and the Uzi Verts and
I like Uzi.
The Juice Worlds and all these other cats that are out here now. I look at it because I have a daughter, you know what I'm saying? And she's a teenager. But she knows, you know what I'm saying, the Rakim. She knows the Biggie.
Good.
She knows we're listening to Saul Williams' old stuff. Like she's like, she watched Slam and she's like, Dad, what the hell is this? I'm like, just sit back and watch it.
Shut up and watch it.
You're good. Just watch and then we'll talk about it after, right?
We'll talk about it 10 years from now, right?
We'll talk about it after, right? She's going and listening to all the, the Sunshine Andersons. And of course we go back to the Anita Bakers and the, and the Stevie Wonders and, the Roy Ayers and all that. We do all of that. And I kind of get her up to speed because for me, it was important to get her just rounded around music and what that is for her. These guys are just so against oh man, this guy's got the clown hair. Oh man, this guy's talking about XYZ and it's not his taste. Like, bro, they said the same shit when we were listening to Pop or we were listening to Biggie or DJ Quick or whomever.
I remember when Naughty by Nature first came out. Let's talk about this for a minute.
OPP, your grandma was singing OPP.
It was like, wait, we got to listen to these fast ass lyrics real quick. Like, for real, think about it. This actually happened. I remember having to adjust my ears to Tretch. And people don't want to talk about that. It was fast. It was like you had Bone. I remember when Bone came out, people were like, there was a whole older contingent of black folks, hip hop fans that just weren't into Bone.
Well, wasn't that the intro? We're not against rap. We aren't against rappers.
No, that was
we are against
Bone.
Right. We are against these thugs. Everybody was a thug back then.
Everybody was a thug.
But I was scared to go to Cleveland. Like, damn, it's full of thugs. So you get out the bus.
I'm
a thug. Give me your money. Like, damn.
Yeah, I hate to drive through the motherfucker because it takes you 5 hours to get through anywhere. Fuck Ohio.
Cleveland's terrible. I hate Ohio.
I hate it.
You guys have a whole
country bumpkins.
Can you guys do me a favor?
Ohio State.
Yes. Listen, have a whole hate fest on Ohio one day. This would be a legendary podcast because, like, fuck Ohio for one. And then two, fuck Ohio, bro.
Yep. Shout out to you, Joe.
And then three,
that's it.
One more thing, fuck Ohio.
Fuck Ohio.
And that's
That's
it.
the end of the day.
I've got some cool people there. However, like I said, when driving, it just makes no sense.
Yes.
5.5 hours to get through the motherfucker. Let's really think about it. You get through all this flatland and police that's hiding in fucking police traps, right? You get through Kentucky quick as a motherfucker. You get through Tennessee quick as hell. Your ass gets down there. You in Georgia, no problem. You reaching Chattanooga River and all that span to get through Ohio. You hit 3 states up and the river just with one Ohio drive.
Yeah,
And it's
in
55 miles
all the
an hour.
rest stops look alike. It's like Twilight Zone. It's like, oh, I'm at another rest stop with another Wendy's in a horrible. It's a McDonald's and like a Taco Bell.
Pleasantville all over again. Did I
everyone.
just stop here 50 miles
Just
ago?
here, right?
Yes, you did. Nigga.
Oh my god.
Well,
Bro.
let me ask you this: how far has the art taken you? Now, since we talking about Ohio and how terrible of a
Sure.
place it is.
I mean, I gotta get out overseas. Like, I need
Okay.
to. I need to get
Yeah.
to the Paris, to the
Yeah.
London, and I'm working on that.
Absolutely.
But right now, I mean, just like for me, like my good gigs are like New York gigs. Like, I got a New York gig. I'm excited. I'm planning that shit out, and it's a good thing. And that's good for me right now. But I need more, and I want more. Of
course.
Like, I'm just working on that. But that's the fun of it, man. Like, I feel like I'm coming into myself as a poet.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Whereas before I was so focused on hosting and facilitating and being the kind of guy that like a bridge between the artist and opportunity. You know
Joe,
what I'm
were
saying?
you one of those guys, man, that was a little shy at first?
Very
Nervous?
Yeah. Oh, nerd.
Yeah. I
Core,
can tell,
bro.
I can tell, man. And that's the thing. It's like,
I just want to play Fallout and be by myself.
yeah,
bro.
you by yourself, right?
That's all I want to do. Half the damn time. If I had
real
time,
shit.
I'd play Fallout 4 and be by myself.
That's real
if
shit.
I had the time.
And
it's for real.
And I asked that because
Yeah.
there's a lot of, we have a lot of listeners, man, people that are, introverts or into themselves
Yes.
that want to break out into that. Like, what's your advice for, networking? Because
Ooh,
today,
good
nowadays, we
question.
make it seem so fucking difficult, right?
Yeah.
Back in the day in the corporate world, it was go to the Chamber of Commerce, go to your local Chamber of Commerce. There's an event that's held every month. You pay a
Chamber of
membership fee
Commerce.
and you can sit around and
I don't
go
think
there.
anybody's ever
listen,
done that.
listen.
That was happening in
That's real
Shares
shit.
Out, Washington,
Okay.
Paris. Get on the mic.
I said
Get
corporate.
on the
I said
microphone,
corporate,
woman.
Sherm.
Ain't
So
nobody
don't-
I was hating for a second.
Don't get me
but I ain't
scumbag, Sherm. I said fucking
got
corporate
love
world.
for you.
We're talking about networking in general. I'm going to bring it
mic.
back to the hood, okay?
Okay.
So,
All right.
in the corporate world, let me reiterate that. It was a Chamber of Commerce. It was a networking event. You had to pay this big money, and you talked about your business. And, what we do here is this. And, what we do here is this. Here's the service that we offer. And all these things, right? Networking is a little different when you're independent in your own because for me, and I know a lot of others and a lot of listeners, it's different. Like when you have your own music, right? Or you have your own poetry or you have your own business, your own bakery or your own photography business, right? There's 1,000 of yous out there. So if you're like me and you're like, all right, cool. How do I approach this? How do I get this? How do I get you in this 30 seconds to even give a fuck? To say, we got somebody to take pictures, nigga. We're good. We got a video guy. We're good. We got this. Like, you have to literally capture somebody within that couple seconds to even give a fuck and be interested, right?
This question.
So, how do you go about doing that? What is some of your tactics? What are some of your tricks? What are some of your organic things that you can help our listeners, man, that are listening in? Like, damn, that sounds like me, because there's so many creative people on the other end. They just don't know how to get that creative gene out.
I ain't gonna lie. I feel like most creative people are probably introverted. They lean that way.
Yeah.
Possibly. And then there's a fear of failure. There's a fear of,
that's
man, I'm
huge.
Rejection,
gonna talk to this
the
dude
whole
and he's gonna think
time.
I'm stupid or it's
That
just not gonna
thing
work.
is that girl the whole time.
that
Your
is
discipline is that girl. So imagine that. As men, we know how that feels.
Absolutely.
I gotta talk to this woman over there across the whatever, and
And
she don't know me, and
send her a drink.
I gotta impress her.
Yeah.
So when you're
Two
when you're an
homegirls
artist, you're
out there.
constantly putting yourself out there like that all the time.
Yeah.
Amongst people that I'm not a college educated person.
Same.
I'm learning every day to be a better poet, but at the same time, I'm up here dealing with people that have degrees and all types
Sure.
of shit,
Masters,
and awards,
masters,
and
masters.
grants,
Yeah.
and I won a so and so fellowship, and I
Yeah.
did this, and I blah blah blah, and that's dope. And
dope.
listen, I want this so and so fellowship. That's what it's called. You gotta say it just like that, by the way. So and so fellowship. I want that. So it's right.
Yeah.
I'm so serious. She knows.
Yeah.
Right. And so, but at the same time, you know what? If you're introverted and you're talented and you got something to offer, believe in yourself. Just wholeheartedly, unabashedly, fully, completely give in and believe in yourself. Just go. And don't even think about no voices. Don't think about no naysayers. These people are lames.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. The people that naysayed anything I've ever done in my life have shown themselves to be lames at this point in my life. So it's like, why did I even at any point, why did I even give any of these people any power? You know what I'm saying? Don't do that. You dope, you're beautiful, you're powerful. You got something in you that's innate that no one else has, and do that shit. And that's just what it is. It ain't got nothing to do with anybody else on this earth. You know what I'm saying? The more we hate on ourselves, you're going to sit back and wonder why you didn't do that. So to me, regardless what I have or what I don't have, I like to be an example of somebody that never really gave a fuck like that. I just want to do me and be real out here and do my thing. So
That's real.
yeah, seriously, just do that. Yep.
Let me ask, when was that moment for you where you went from I'm shy and I ain't gonna put myself out there to that moment that said, fuck it, I'm doing this.
It wasn't a moment. It was the opportunity. It was Cafe Mahogany for me, which was like I said before, like, late 90s, mid to late 90s. It was a spot downtown Detroit that offered an open mic every Tuesday. So after me going for a while, I was offered the opportunity to host by Zayna from Spectacles, Detroit. And I did that for 3 years. And so I grew a lot. That whole experience, it was a whole thing. It wasn't just a moment.
Right.
It was that opportunity that gave me like, okay, I have a responsibility. These people look to me to facilitate this thing. Oh shit, I gotta be charming, funny, show love to other people. You can't be a hater and be a host. No. You can't be all about you. I never wanted to be that type of host. And hopefully, I think over the years, I've gotten better at not being that type of guy. I'm sure when I was younger, ego played a lot of part in the thing. Because you get attention. It's women. It's like, I'm up here. Fuck you. You can wait. You know what I'm saying? I never was that type of guy. But at the same time, it's like, you know what? I look at myself as I see the bigger picture.
Right.
Sure.
And I've seen the way the universe has placed me in Detroit. Like the universe has dictated these things. I've made myself open to these things. Mm-hmm. I've been a conduit. I've been a vessel, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. But the universe is like, okay, I'm gonna you're ready. I'm gonna give you this. I'm gonna give you that. I'm gonna put you in this position, and so you have to do the most with it.
Why? Let me ask you this, Joe, because two things just came to mind while you were saying that. Do you think like places like Cafe Mahogany, right? Things like Cafe Mahogany, And this is a 2-part question.
Yeah.
Why do you think, one, places like that aren't around now, or very limited, very few, right? Like what happened to places like that? And then here's the second question.
Yeah.
And this gives me the Omar Epps Into Deep theory. I'm throwing out movie references. LL Cool J, Omar Epps, Into Deep. You with me?
It's a common theme.
There's also some Cleveland shit too, where people people feel like they want to be a part of something, right? So do you feel like with that, the Cafe Mahogany thing, it's almost like our church, right? Yeah. So this religious tie into however you were raised, your upbringing, and, whether it was the synagogue or the mosque or the temple or the church or the hall, right? Coming to something like a poetry event and having these type of places, these cafes, these slams, etc. Mm-hmm. It was almost like that relief to believe in something like, yo, this is my shit. This is who I am.
And you're in a fellowship with your people.
And I'm a part of this. So again, bringing that back. Places like Cafe Mahogany, why are those places not around no more? Why didn't they last and supersede into this millennium?
We don't have places to gather community. We have the internet. That's the community now. Right, we don't have physical spaces. You used to have to see a flyer and go to a place or read an article and be like, oh, that's happening. And go to these things. You know what I'm saying? Now it's like,
a newspaper.
I'm going to be on this group. I'm going to be on this page. And then we'll go to a spot and do this thing. Mm-hmm. But back then, that's all we had.
And
that was the place for I remember reading the Free Press. And he had an article about Proof being the best freestyler, best rapper in Detroit. It was the Weekend section. Proof when they had his locks wide. It was Proof.
Yeah.
And it was the Proof we know.
Yeah.
It was oh, he's the best freestyler. You can catch him at the hip hop shop every day. I was like, I have to go to the hip hop shop. I have to go. Because I thought I'd be better somehow. You know what I'm saying? I was I have to go to the hip hop shop. So I would walk my ass from 9 Mile to 7 Mile and go to the hip hop shop.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? So that was what I had to do back then. Nowadays, we don't have to do that no more. It's kind of everything's just kind of out there in the way we can watch a video. We can do this. We can do that. You don't have to go witness nothing.
Right?
Instant gratification.
And it takes those same introvert people that say, oh, I don't have to go do this with a group of people. I can see
I
if
can
I
just
want to
sit there and look at
this.
It,
right?
Yes.
You're absolutely right.
That's
and
right.
I give you that because a lot of our listeners, how we started, are sneakerheads or people that are collectors in shoes, right? So the same can be said about sneakers, where back in the day, we didn't have release dates and shit, right? We had to go into the store. You had to know a guy, and the guy had to tell you, yeah, man, you picking these up today in black and white. I've seen a red and white one that we got in a couple months that's coming out, and you had to
Right.
rely like on your store guy to be like, yo,
store
man, you
guy,
told me the red and white ones was coming out. Where they at?
Yeah.
You know, and so on and so forth. Bigger chains like Finish Line, Foot Action, they used to actually have a release calendar where they would show you the months and hey, this Jordan's coming out in this
Yeah.
month and this shoe is coming out in this month. And you're right. You know, you'd wait like, oh, bet I'm gonna save my money to 2 months out to get this shoe. And now, to your point, we know what shit is 6 months, a year ahead. I'm making my decisions. I don't even have to get up and go to the store anymore. I can sit in my drawers and click,
Yeah.
order.
It's good and bad because now you become an international brand right from your living room.
Yeah, well,
It can
definitely.
be,
You
you
don't
know?
have to. It's. You know what? And I'm not hating on the way things are done now. To me, as a promoter, it's better. I don't have to be at St. Andrews
Stapling
at
up
2 o'clock in the morning, putting flyers on cars no
Sure.
more. I used to do that.
Sure.
I would be at Shane Park. I'd be anywhere downtown
Yeah.
with a flyer, Greektown, putting flyers on cars. When people got out of clubs, I was ready with a stack, with a box.
you was that
with
guy.
my cousin or with my homeboy Dre or somebody like that.
Yeah,
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying?
Depending
We'd be
on-
out there.
Depending on how my night went, I might have had some choice words for you, sir.
Hey,
Handing out these flyers.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
Doing
you
the
know what?
morning.
I was that
Hey,
guy.
man.
Shove it up
I
your
had
ass.
to do that.
Well, no, yeah,
and I was,
yeah,
I was,
that's the
I was
grind, right?
promoting poetry events.
Okay.
So I was lucky to get like 5% of the people that got my flyer.
Wow.
I don't even know what the percentages on flyers were. I'm sure it was less than 5%.
Yeah, because you didn't know what
It
your
was
return
like-
on the
it's probably
investment
like
was.
2%, like
there was no analytics
one.
you could track. Like
No,
if I print
nothing.
1,000
Now,
and
I-
4 people
brother,
show
let me
up,
tell you
oh,
something. I could buy a Facebook ad for $5 a day
yeah.
and do 5 days out the week and reach about 500 to 1,000 people.
It's real.
And they'll click on my thing and they'll share it, and that equates to more shares. And before you know
Sure.
it, I got like 100 something, 200 something people on that one little blast I posted out.
Yep.
And I
Crazy.
spent about $25 on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's what I love about right now. So I'm not listen. I love the way things have gone. I'm just saying that these spots aren't special like they used to be because places don't mean the same. Physical places are slowly losing their meaning in our
real.
society. When we have everything's virtual reality is getting hotter by the second.
Virtual
So
reality-
once that gets totally hot and accessible, it's a
AR,
wrap for this
AR,
shit.
augmented reality.
Yeah.
Chime on in.
Augmented reality. Go ahead.
I also think that like every good thing is just bastardized.
Mm.
It used to mean something more. People respected it. It wasn't just about getting chicks or, you know, getting a crowd.
It was an
or-
experience.
It was an experience, and people went for a specific purpose, and it was to commune, get it off their chest, whatever it was. They went for that and that alone. And like most things, right? Religion, songs on the radio. It plays out, and then people vie for position. Ego has a big part of why it's not the same,
Do
in
you-
my opinion.
Do you all think it could ever come back? Do you
Right.
do you think that we could ever get back to a place where it can be sacred and it can be like a revitalization of
Yeah, because when I go to your shows, I see the energy.
oh god yeah
I see people thirsty for the experience.
oh
you're
man
bringing.
like
So,
people have like again that energy shit
That's
is
new
real.
to-
People
like,
don't think that shit is real. Sherm.
I think it's in a moment in time right now where I think the physical's dying, but like the return of vinyl. Some people out here like, oh man, I never grew up with vinyl. This
Yeah.
is new. I want to experience this. So I feel like Joel's out here the type of guy that's trying to put that new experience together for the
Yeah.
old souls. You know what I mean?
I
For
agree.
sure,
So
for sure.
I agree.
I'm not saying he's one of those types, but I'm saying I could run off a list of those types,
Yeah.
of those spots, of those hosts, of those,
Is
And
that-
we
you
went,
think-
and it was like,
You think that's a Detroit thing, or is that just the culture of the whole movement right now? Like wherever
I don't
you're-
think it's a Detroit thing because those
Okay.
spots are missing from everywhere. There are,
yeah.
a few spots here and a few spots there, but it's not what it was.
Right.
It
What-
simply
and
is
do you
not.
think it
It's-
can ever come back?
Listen, back in the 90s, a lot of things were different, bro. Like things were underground, and like the whole bohemian culture, the bohemian black culture was hotter back then when it came to like the Erykah Badu's. It was newer to us.
It was new.
Absolutely.
It was new and it was
new.
fresh and it was exciting.
True.
So now that shit is kind of played out and it's
Yeah.
it's regular and it's hotepi according to whatever.
Uh-huh. No, you're
we
right.
place it in a box.
You're right.
But at the same time, to me, that was beautiful.
'Cause what was
they
it
introduced
before?
me
It was-
to blackness that was not afraid to be black.
It was soul, it
like-
went to soul, then it went to neo soul, and then neo soul changed to
I was about to say I'm not even sure
fuck.
what it is right now.
No.
I
Like you
know it
mentioned-
still exists, but I
Yeah,
don't know what
but they don't call it neo soul. If you go somewhere like neo soul, that's not a genre anymore.
I'm not a
Yeah.
label
So
guy
music.
anyway. So
Yeah, nah, it's just music.
Is it fire? That's all I want to know.
Right, is it fire?
But then how does one find this fire? How does one look for this fire, Sherm? That's the thing, because if you do want to tap into that and you do want to go into that whole shit, how does one know? And I'm gonna tell you why. Guess why I'm gonna tell you why.
Why is that?
On the break. This
Nice.
is the Blue Tigers Fitness Show.
Segway master.
Joe Fluent is going to be in the building. Freshly Made Music is here. BTF Sherm. We're going to take a little break, do our thing. I want you to check out Freshly Made Music Sundays
Table.
dinner.
Yeah.
Dinner
Sunday's
3.
Table dinner 3.
Sundays table dinner 3.
Got you right, Fresh.
There it is. Freshly Made Music. Check them out. This is the Blue Tigers Fitness Show. We'll be right back. Cheers. Internets, what up, though? This is your homie BTF Teek. Yo, if you haven't subscribed to the Blue Tigers Fitted Network, make sure you do so. SoundCloud, iTunes, Stitcher, and Spotify. Yo, hit us up, man. Each and every week, we provide new and hot content. This is the Blue Tigers Fitted Network. Don't sleep on us. Cheers. Blue Tigers Fitted, BlueTigersFitted.com, internets. Hope you enjoy Freshly Made Music. We're back, man. Joe Fluent Green in
up?
the building.
Yes, sir.
Detroit hospitality. You heard me? You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
man.
We're in Detroit / New Detroit. I say that because you can step out of this gentleman's place of residence and you're in Detroit, but don't put one foot past the street. You're in New Detroit.
How you feel about New Detroit anyway? Since you're a native, you've been there, done that. You've been there for the real Detroit. Now we're in this New Detroit era. How you?
He
feel?
likes to get his car washed in New Detroit and not stolen in Old Detroit.
It's good and it's bad. I feel like, but
You might trip over a bike, one of those scooters.
A
you know what I'm
bird.
saying? A bird.
A bird
yeah.
or a lime
or
scooter.
A lime.
Yeah.
AKA a lame.
lame. AKA a fucking ripoff.
Right in that lame.
AKA
40
you'll
miles
scan
an
your
hour.
goddamn driver's license and know your organs and know where to pick up healthy niggas from.
Right,
But go ahead.
right. That's crazy.
Nigga on Broadway looks healthy. 41. Think he's a catch. Somebody done body snatched your ass.
No, you know what, bro? I take advantage of the opportunities that are coming to the attention being paid on the scene in the city. Now, we have to make sure that the scene is being well represented. And we have to make sure that as it's being well represented, the people that are representing it well are getting paid and being given opportunities. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
So those things are like in play right now. So I just make sure I have a hand in things as much as I can as an artist, as a person that's really out here trying to thrive. Got to pay stupid gentry town rent, you know what I'm saying, and be down here. I feel like I gotta, make the most out of it.
Sure.
So that's just what I'm on right now. But it's a lot of changes, man. It's a weird vibe being, living in Midtown, Detroit.
Joe sound like he's about to hit these pores with a no-fly zone rule around this mother.
I know, man. I'm the trick of Midtown, dog.
You
Let me
can't
tell you
come around
something.
this mother.
Hey, you want to come down here? You got to bring me some bread from Avalon and a coffee from Roasting Plant downtown.
That's super real though.
Then you can roll up in Midtown.
You ain't from Orang and
I need
Maross.
baskets, right?
No,
all,
I mean
all the way to Cloverlawn. And
I think the tourist destinations are coming to see cats like Joel Fluid Green. To be honest, man. So
absolutely.
Well, bro, it's like there are Okay, so if you're an artist in Detroit and you want to get attention as far as like being seen in the media, if you don't have an entrepreneurial mind state, which I happen to have, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, indeed.
Which I developed over time, where I'm going to promote myself. I'm not going to wait on a publication or a blog or anything to promote me. I'm going to promote myself. Therefore, they have to pay attention to me.
Absolutely.
Because it's like, oh, this guy is like doing his thing. But if you don't have that, you got to apply for grants. You got to do this. You got to do that. And I still apply for grants. You know, I still do the same things because I want the money. I want the opportunities that come with these things. I deserve them. I've been here. But I feel like I deserve them. A lot of people deserve them. Everybody deserves them if you feel like you deserve it. If you worked hard, you've been out here doing your thing. It is what it is. I just want the people that really do it. So when I see my peers get opportunities, I'm happy. You know, when I see people that I know have been like putting blood, sweat, and tears into this city for years, then I'm happy because I know that, oh, okay, somebody is actually paying attention. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. You know, it's you have to, you know, you just hope that the people bringing in money want to do that as opposed to just are giving lip service. You know what I'm saying?
I think that you're in that good space because as Detroit comes back with this whole marketable thing, you know, they want to come down and they want to come get the authentic Fluent Green
I'm authentic, bro.
It's super, you know, and the Blue Tigers Fitted and everything, you know, the whole community around that. Like, they want that, man. So,
I love that.
You know what I'm saying?
My brother.
Come live, bro.
Yes.
So,
you want that Blue Tigers Fitted experience. You want that Joe Fluger. You want that real, that authentic, just that vibe, man.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Is there any like you've ushered in a generation, I guess you could say, of, you know, fans and new fans? Is anybody else you think that should be exposed to the world as far as people you check for you think are dope personally?
Oh man, I had one person sitting next to me, my homegirl Scheherazade, Washington Parish. Got to show her love. She's a dope poet, dope writer.
Where can the internets find you at? Because again, these are the internets. Listen, and I say internets because all the internet is a connected web of.
Hey, if you got a phone, you can come holler at us.
That's it,
So
right? So it's the internet.
You got like a global
interconnected
audience,
webs,
you know
right?
what I mean?
So where can someone reach out and find you at?
They can find me on my website, ScheherazadWParish.com.
All right, spell it for the internets because they might be trying to spell like Shiraz, like the wine or some shit like that, and fuck it all up. So
I got that Shiraz, yellow.
I got that Shiraz.com. It took me to a wine and grapes and Napa.
Shiraz.com.
Yeah, so spell it for the internet so they know.
Some white man paid out here. We don't need that.
Fuck. The white is not getting a check from me.
SCHEHERZADWParish.com. Parish, PARRISH.com.
See, and you can tell she's a writer because she said W. Just like I've been trying to tell you ignorant niggas that it's not W because niggas be like www. It's W, okay?
W.
It's how you pronounce and enunciate W. It's not W. No. You know, motherfuckers be like, just reach me over at www. It's not www. It's W. So really, the question is posed: why is it a W when it's really a double V? But that's neither here nor there.
So do you say www?
I say www.
Nice.
He's one of them.
It's one of those. It's just real shit, though. That's the writers. You got to perfect your craft. And I was waiting for it, and I heard it, and she said W.
But
you was waiting for that.
I was waiting for it. I was like, it's coming, and she didn't say W. It ain't fucking W. What you dubbing, motherfucker?
It is.
No, well, sometimes it's not right. We got to teach our folks, man. It's W.
So, you know, I got nothing on it. Like
Also on the Instagram,
yes,
at She's Awesome.
Oh, hey.
SCHEEZ.
Easy.
Awesome.
You know, we was kind of just messing with you with the spelling part, but we appreciate
we appreciate it.
Were you?
W.
Yeah.
W.
Oh, you
I'm just a
didn't say
radio guy, so it
LOL
fucks with me when I hear that. Because there's other podcasts that need to remain nameless that say www.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
She's a dope poet, though. And
super dope.
Dope person. So many people, if you ask me who I'm checking for in the city, let me take this opportunity to like really name some people. My sister Peace, Claretha Peace Bell is one of my favorite poets in the city.
Roll call.
I'm gonna say Native Child is dope. He was just on your show.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna also say one of my favorite poets is Phoenix. I'm talking about Bobby Foot Phoenix. You know what I'm saying? That's Phoenix is a beast, and they're just an amazing performer, amazing poet, amazing writer. Esau Parker, really good poet. There are people out here just really performing it and getting it in and doing really good work. So.
Sure.
And just really good writers. T. Miller, yeah, of course. Oh, T. Killer is awesome. Yeah, there's plenty. Just Detroit is full of great poets. Great, like we have Detroit poets. I think when we do anything, we're known as being killers in that field.
Yeah.
So I think anybody else is like, oh, they're from Detroit. It has a certain like reverence attached to it.
Right, let me hear what he got to say.
Yeah, it's real. And
that's the crazy thing, Joel. When we were at the Half Stack, a couple months back, this summer, man, brother from St. Louis ended up taking all the cash home.
Yeah, he did. Ain't that crazy?
From St. Louis.
He did. He got that money. I got a brother coming from Ohio for this next one, which brings us to the Half a Stack Poetry Slam Part
October
3,
18th.
October 18th at Jazz Cafe.
Get your tickets now.
Yeah, man.
It's 12 poets right now.
It's going to be off the chain, yeah.
And if you've never been to, Half Stack or you've never been to a slam poetry event, you need to be here, right? October 18th. Yeah. Tickets right now through Joel Fluent Green on IG. You can get them for the low.
Yeah, right now we got early bird tickets for only $10.
$10.
But by the time this airs, I don't know, they might be 15.
It's gonna be 15.
But that's okay, you guys.
And if you're one of them late ass niggas like me and Sherm, we're paying the dub at the door.
Yeah,
you're definitely gonna be.
It's cool.
But
who paying the dub at the door? Wait.
But you're
gonna
have
it on air right now.
Listen, man. Listen,
it's all good. It's all good.
350 Madison, downtown Detroit, man. Music Hall. You got to check them out.
It's gonna be a good time.
It's an event. Right, like I said, I got there last time, man. Big girls eating chicken wings, man. They got to the buffet before I did, and I was having a drink, and I happened to look back, and I'm like, "Hey, sexies, how y'all doing?" And they didn't devoured fucking 20 wings before I said hello.
Wow!
In a matter of 2 minutes, and they like, "Hey,
I listen."
They're already ordering. Listen, they're ordering the second stack. Okay, and I'm like, all right, cool.
Like I said, it's a positive movement. You
listen,
down,
but then the snaps. Okay, here's the thing.
It's a lively audience.
It is.
It's gonna be dope.
It's a lively audience. It's a hungry audience. It's a real audience. Don't throw up the wrong fucking 9.0, 5.0, 5.7, 7.5. They will boo your ass. Boo that motherfucker.
You know what?
But this is Detroit. You should get booed when you.
And I want my judges to be honest.
Yeah, Joe gives you the mic like, what do we got from Scumbag Sherm? 7.5. Scumbag Sherm, do you want to tell us why?
Sure.
Yeah. Basically, the motherfucker shot my sister, and
I've been extended the offer to judge this time, so I'm.
You gonna feel it. It's gonna be fun. Just you know what? I would advise you to be honest.
Okay.
Be yourself. Your natural barometer as far as what's good and what sucks. And that's it. Just be yourself.
Just don't be Al Jarreau.
That's all I ask. Like
never Al Jarreau.
I book smart people. Like I know what I'm doing. Like I get smart judges that have good taste in whatever they do.
There it is.
I feel like I can handle it. You know what I'm saying?
I hope so, man. Because if not, I'm gonna be booing your ass from the back of the fucking.
Tico did it. What was your experience, man? Like,
it was great. Like I said, it was great. I gave back feedback. People were receptive to the feedback.
Yeah.
The artists, like, I kind of felt bad for some of them. Like, I didn't want to laugh at some of the shit. I'm like, I'm literally like, okay, this is great. And it's something just made me like chuckle.
Let me ask, what made you
I get that, man.
6.5 for this motherfucker.
What made you come up with that specific event? Because it's more like a competition kind of thing. So is that just
that's the slam portion?
Slams have been man.
Is.
Well, there's two answers. There's the answer, and then there's the promoter answer. So the answer is
let me get the artist answer.
Don't ask.
The artist.
I know what the business is. Like,
the business is the business. The artist answer is that it gives people a chance to really cut their teeth and really get dope with a discipline.
Right.
I'm not a slam person myself.
Okay.
But you know what? If you're going to do slams, do it a certain way where it's not so douchey and not so egotistical, and make it fun and make it more lively, as opposed to being like this thing where there's so much on the line. There's money on the line. But that's the thing that's on the line, and that's fine. But money is money. We all need money.
It's going to attract.
And I think that's real. I think that if I can if somebody can win they pay a $20 registration fee, but they make $500.
Oh man, that's perfect.
You know what I'm saying?
All the way from St. Louis.
That's real, and it's only 12 poets.
Well, let me ask you this.
So it's like you have that, 1 in 12 opportunity to really get that money. I think that's really dope.
I did the poetry part, but I appreciate the fact that you're an old school hip hop head and you're from Detroit.
Yeah.
So I already know that we talked to Super MC last week.
bars.
I know a freestyle is something different to you than what it is to everybody else. So let me ask.
Freestyle.
It's an actual freestyle. So where is that scene at in Detroit as far as encompassing, you know what I'm saying, to the masses out here? You think you're going to put something together with something like that? Just
A freestyle?
some actual freestyle. I mean,
that would be dope.
I feel like somebody got to resurrect it. It might as well be you.
Wow.
What you want? Some cypher type shit?
I want some cypher type shit. I want some Detroit cypher shit
And you-
because
And you want Shook One's instrumental playing in the background?
I don't need that.
Bow, bow,
I don't need
bow.
Everybody say do it.
I don't need that.
I want to say that I think that
No, that this man did not have his hands up.
Nah, I don't need that.
I think that's dope. I love that whole everything. That's me all day. That's my roots when it comes to being out here.
Yeah.
Because
Out here in these streets, out here doing stuff. But with every idea I have when it comes to promoting an event, I have to fight myself because as an artist and as a poet, that's another thing I'm doing to facilitate something where I'm not giving myself.
Right.
Because I have books, I have, and like I mentioned earlier,
Sure.
I have books, but I need to make something happen
Yeah,
with these
absolutely.
things. So as I do these things to eat and pay rent and live my life and pay the bills, that's real. I mean, that's
Sure.
what we do. This is what I do for a livelihood,
Sure.
and not just a livelihood, but as a job.
Absolutely.
I'm a full-time poet. I don't work for anybody. I work for
Absolutely.
myself. That's it.
But
I wake up in the morning with these things on my mind.
I
So
feel like an MC is gonna be an MC, and I feel like you got bars written down.
I got bars for days, bro. I will never not have bars. That's a fact.
Spaghetti,
But-
spaghetti,
but-
spaghetti.
Besides that, though, besides me having bars forever in my life,
Yeah.
I definitely just want to I want to focus more on being a poet and supplying my poetry to the people and really being known as being a poet and a poet about this city and leaving words that resonate with the people of this city, the residents, the people that we know that look like us. You feel me? That's just the
Absolutely.
truth. And that's it. At the end of the day, that's what I really care about the most. Everything else is nice, and I love all these other things, but I feel like the universe has shown me that's where I'm most comfortable and that's where I'm going to end up anyway. So why even fight it, Because
Right.
I want to, that's what I care about. Like somebody got to care about that shit. You know what I'm saying? We got to care about telling Detroit black man, regular dude stories for somebody that care about shit. They got a hippy dippy outlook on life and also the West Side mentality and also a black male mentality and also open-minded mentality and also a father, and as a real person and just non-judgmental and just trying to be myself out here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, as I break down my ego, I write better poems. And so I want to share those things with people.
Where
that
do you
I'm
gain
thinking
your
about.
inspiration from, man, to write these poems?
Shit,
Obviously, we know hip hop. We've heard
living
hip-hop
my
earlier.
life, man.
Yeah.
Just living life, bro. Just everything I gotta do.
And does it come to you like, damn, I'm out. This just inspired me. Fuck, I gotta write something down and let me grab my
Right.
phone and get my
Yeah,
notes
yeah,
real
yeah,
quick.
yeah.
Maybe it's not a full, complete thought,
Yeah.
but it's like, damn, I'm gonna start it, and I know I'm gonna come back to this, and then I
Yeah.
have an afterthought of what was written down.
I used to write stuff down all the time, but then when I got super on my phone because of life and this being 2018,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
I'm about to say, are you hoving
Yeah.
now, nigga? You just remembering
I
rhymes?
just,
Like,
Actually,
Yeah.
I'm about to
Right
say
in my
I'm not on Hove level.
Yeah.
But I was just about to use that analogy. It's funny. I'm not. I was gonna say Jay-Z, but I'm not
Yeah.
hoving. But but at the same time, I'm definitely storing ideas and I'm coming back to them later, and I'm fine with that.
do you ever find yourself, you know how like certain artists get in the booth, Jay is one of them, Kanye is another one, Big Sean does it, same tactic, as they go to, latest track or latest poem, do you ever find yourself mumbling the cadence or the sound of what da 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 da, and you kind of fill in the blank?
All
later?
I do, yeah, definitely. I'll hear like a whole rhythm to something. You definitely
Yeah.
fill in the blanks for sure. Back when I was working with more instrumentals, like in my hip hop days, that's all I did.
That's
was
wild.
hear beats and fill in places. It's like a whole crossword puzzle of shit.
Can the internet find your bars out here? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah,
right now?
man, there's stuff on there. You go to Joel Fluent Green, man, bro. If you Google Joel Fluent Green,
okay,
he had the high top before.
If you just Google my name, there's stuff. I ain't have a high top.
He had the season.
I went out there with Big Daddy K.
He had the season.
Joel Fluent Green, the Funky Fresh Review.
Funky Fresh Review. Got the three cuts in your eyebrows.
Latin Quarters. This is Friday.
Wow! Shout out to old school Detroit. Hey, Latin
we'll be at the Rhythm
wow.
Kitchen.
Yeah.
We'll be down at the River Rock, y'all.
River Rock, what do you come on?
From 11 to 2. Ladies in free before
Lunch
10.
hour.
You might stop through the Tropical Hut.
If you work for DTE, you get it free.
Show that badge, girl. I hear you. What's your name? Scorpio.
Scorpio.
All right, Aisha, we hear you.
Me and the Bushman live. Getting bushy.
That's so super
I was that
right,
same
man.
nigga that thought I was a DJ hitting my fucking play and record at the same time. And niggas come on, oh shit, stop. And try to rewind your tape back to the shit and hit play.
Now I know we laughing about it and joking about it, but like you alluded to earlier, how do you feel about the new generation coming up without the hip hop shops out here, man? Like,
Oh, there's still stuff. Look, my homie Sheaf, my good homie, my brother Sheefy McFly.
Sheefy McFly.
Did the
Shout
air
out
up
to
there
Sheefy
for
McFly.
how many years? 10 years
Oh,
now?
God, yeah.
Come on, that was popping at Bob's. It was popping at different places.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
Shout
For a
out to
minute.
Sheefy's
Come on.
motherfucking,
He facilitated a scene for people that came up. Dage Loaf was up in there.
Shout out to his
Come
perm, you know
on.
what I'm saying? Shout out to Sheefy's
Shout
perm.
out, Travis Chandler
Travis
up
Chandler.
in there.
yeah.
Yeah.
Sheaf got that. Listen, Sheaf is laid, fried.
Sheefy got that,
nice to the side.
Fried
Malcolm
down.
Fried down to the lace.
Fried.
Thank you. I was gonna get it wrong.
Don't get it wrong.
Don't get it
You
wrong.
gotta get that black shit right.
Literally.
Fried dot definitely laid to the side.
Definitely laid to the side.
And he doing his thing. He designed my book cover for my last book.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Felt,
Yeah,
that's my brother. I know Sheaf for years. We have me and Sheaf. I'm gonna tell you something. Me and Sheaf have a whole album together. We have 7 songs we recorded together. It's called 2 Weeks From Today, and we recorded it 10 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah, and we're gonna put it out. It'll be 10 years in 2019.
Wow.
So we have to wait till January.
Ain't that some shit?
It's called 2 Weeks From. I swear to God, we
Blue
have a whole
Tiger
album.
Fitness show is getting it
I
beforehand.
swear to God, I'll play something tonight for you guys.
That's it. Because I'm not
Yeah,
waiting
I
4
ain't
more
playing.
months.
We'll talk about it after.
Yeah, if you
after
guys
the
want to
show.
hear it.
It's-
Yeah.
Oh, please. Are you
Yeah.
kidding me?
This is happening.
This is
What up,
definitely
Sheaf?
happening.
What's good, bro?
This is happening right now, man.
Yeah.
It's crazy. And that's exactly why we wanted to do this interview. It's been long overdue. I know Sherm has been bugging me. He's like,
Yeah, we got to happen, man.
yeah. Did you hit up Joe?
The meeting of the Joels had to
The meeting of
happen,
the
bro.
Joes.
Meaning of the
Joe's
Joes.
Square.
Only, Highlander. There can only be one. Listen, I have 2 swords in the closet, by the way. We have to go to the roof. Now, I'll take the elevator. I'll be ready.
To
You
a
can take the
duel.
steps. I have the keys. So I'll be waiting for you.
Figure it out. Yeah.
We'll figure it out. But it's only going to be one, by the
Yeah,
way. So I'm
right.
just letting you know.
Shout out.
Somebody had to die.
I'm glad all my nerdy brothers got the reference. Everybody was laughing on this.
Yeah, that's- listen, it's only like
Yes.
7 of us on the whole
Right.
entire earth, so
That's it.
Yeah.
hey, we got to stick together.
We got it. Black ones, by the way.
And,
Exactly.
And my name is Larry.
So there's Joe Embid.
Yeah,
We got to invite Joe Embid.
Listen, that's 3 of us right there.
You can
right?
come hang out with us, bro.
Yeah.
That's
Right.
3 of us, so that's cool.
And listen, man, the hospitality in your home.
Thanks, bro.
I can't thank you enough, man,
Hey, man.
for doing this and taking the time out, just vibing.
Me and Dino Roof over there. My daughter named Dino Roof. Right? Dino Roof. He looks like a Dino Roof, right? His name's Dino Roof.
Fresh
And then
Man
there's
Music, we got to get a
Dunbar.
picture for the internet's
Yeah,
of
we gotta
Dino
get
Roof.
Dino Roof.
Yeah, get Dino Roof.
You know what I'm
And then
saying? Portrait
in
mode.
Dunbar, we all welcome you. And thank
You can check him out, man. But
Yeah, man.
Joe, thank you, bro.
For sure, brother.
Thank you. This has been dope. Super insightful with, again, the internet's around the world. They're going to literally listen to this and be like, man, who is this? Like, that's the dope part about this show is that we connect those people that are like, have no idea of this person's world, but that kind of connected with me and made sense. So I'm going to check this out. And it's a dope feeling, man. And, you know, I know Sherm.
Yeah, for sure.
Can I shout out my cousin, too? My cousin
Absolutely.
Anthony with Ignite the Booth, man. You want to give a shout real quick? Hold
Oh,
on.
there it is. That's how we do. Pass the mic.
Yeah, my company is Ignite Image Studios, and also Ignite the Booth. Do photo booth stuff. I do photography. Yeah, just hit me up if you need photography.
There it is. I feel like
He being humble, but he's really good.
He's
He's
really
dope.
good.
That's why he's here. We talking business when y'all brothers leave.
Who's the main nigga on the stage at Love Joe's is like, Nina Mosley.
Yeah, you got me.
I don't know.
Hey, shout out to the Q line in the back. I don't know if the internet might hear it, but I hear it.
you
And
hear
that's
the
dope.
The gentry train.
Yeah, the gentry train.
It's live in effect, so shout out to that.
Shout out to the train that you can walk faster than and get where you need to be.
Q test.
Q fat.
Hey, I got a pass all the way till me and my daughter did a whole testimonial for the Q line. They gave me a pass and they paid me. Shout out to Q line.
Right, yeah,
Hello
right.
Q line.
Yeah, shout out to them.
Thank you,
Me
DTE.
and my daughter ride the Q line.
Thank
all
you,
the
Consumers
time.
Energy.
Right.
Certified.
I
And
know,
if y'all
right?
trying to pay, we can stay.
I used to call it the gentry train. Now I call it the Q line. And I say it just like that
The rebrand.
in my real Devin Skillion voice. The Q
still call
line.
it.
Devin Skin is like motherfucking 6'6", by the way.
Is he 6'6"?
Tall motherfucker.
He's an alien, man.
Sperry topsiders and a hell of a grip.
He's got a big head.
Pause.
Yeah.
Pause on. Yes, you know what?
What?
Yeah, it's gone. It's gone. It's gone somewhere else.
What
It's
happened?
gone
left.
It's gone somewhere else. About a white man. About a white man's member. We don't know. But apparently, this Sherm does.
No. But shout out to Joel Fluent Green coming through.
Hey,
Blue
thank
Tigers
you.
Fitted Show.
Thanks for y'all coming through, my
Yes,
brothers.
man. We're gonna do
Appreciate
this
y'all, man.
again. We're gonna
Yes.
get to the poetry stack. You know, if you're in Detroit, October 18th.
Half a
man.
Stack Poetry Slam, Jazz
Hashtag-
Cafe.
Yes. Get there, man.
Half
Get there.
Stack 3, brownpapertickets.com. Go check that thing out. We have tickets for only $10 right now.
$10.
After that, only 15 at the door, only 20. It's going to be a good time. 12 contestants competing for $500.
Don't sleep. Blue Tigers Fielding will be in the building. Sherm, freshly made music. Joel, salute, brother. And of course, myself, BTF Teek. This is what we do each and every week for you guys, man. Tell a friend to tell a friend. This is the Blue Tigers Fielding Network, and we're out. Peace.
Peace.